channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Patrick and I love bullet journaling, art and calligraphy. And in this video we're about to tackle the product project for the month of August, which was to create a poster series. I'm really excited to create this product. I had a couple of ideas what I wanted to do or what I wanted to use, whether it would be fully digital or whether I would create a physical original version and then digitize that, etc. And I was also thinking about the media that I have been using over the last couple of weeks and months, and if there is a specific media that I would like to use for this poster series. And at the end I got some inspiration and I got some ideas for a specific poster series that I think is one of the first things that I would like to hang up on my walls in my house. And therefore I was like, I think as soon as I knew that, I knew I had to create this poster series. And the thing is, what I would like to do is I would like to create a poster series about matcha and coffee. For those who have already watched a couple of videos of mine, they know that I love to make myself a nice cup of coffee, a nice cup of matcha, and start these videos and create the videos and create in general, having some nice hot or iced beverage near me. And I also really love to drink matcha and coffee. I really love to drink both. Therefore I'm like, you know what, I think this is kind of a big part of myself, which means I would like to really also create some posters about it. And as I said, I was also thinking about the media that I would like to use, and for this specific poster series I would like to go back to the oil pastels, because for the specific posters that I would like to create, I call them posters now, some would call them prints later. Posters that I like to create, I have them in my mind being created with oil pastels. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've seen a couple of posters that might be similar and have that style as well. So maybe that is the reason why I'm thinking about oil pastels. But yeah, it came into my mind and I can't think of any medium that would fit the vibe better than oil pastels right now. Of course, as a little bit of a classic, I made myself a nice cup of iced coffee. With that, I would say we jump right into it. I will create those posters physically using oil pastels and thicker card paper that I have. And I'm so excited and I'm so looking forward to it. So I would say let's jump right into it. the prints, the posters, I would like to show you my posters that I've created, and I would like to talk about what I was thinking about poster by poster. And I would say we start with the first one that I did, which was this drawing of an iced coffee and an iced matcha. Yeah, here the idea was to use as much blending technique as possible and to make the coffee and the matcha look as tasty as possible. And honestly, I'm so looking forward to put that somewhere here, and I think I have to take care, because as soon as I look at those, I want another coffee and another matcha, even though the first one isn't finished yet. Two nice iced beverages on casters. It's like, this is what you get here. This is what it should say. Alright, the next one that I did was another type of coffee and matcha comparison, but now a bit of a simpler version. Now not an iced one, but a hot version. So here we have a cappuccino and here we have a matcha latte, but not iced. And I wanted to make it pop a little more, and that's why I added this background here. I specifically didn't use the complementary colors here because I wanted everything to be in a similar color scheme. And still, if you would imagine a color wheel, then the opposite colors of a color wheel would actually be the complementary colors, but you could also have a rectangle or a triangle and use those colors in combination with each other. And what I did was, if you imagine a triangle, but I was only using two of those three colors, if that makes sense, then I was like, okay, I would say they also work that way, and for me it really gives a cozy but also really fun vibe with the orange, but also here with the green background for the coffee. I don't know, it looks really good. Yeah, my inner monk is a bit sad about me not being able to center the cup, but at the end it's also like kind of fun. Like, this is a very unique poster and this is the way that I did it. And if someone does it like 5mm more to that side, then it's not mine, but that one is. So that is also kind of fun. And then, as you know, I'm not just an artist, I also love calligraphy, and that's why I did a couple of quote pages, a couple of calligraphy bits here as well. One very classic one that I thought it has to be part of this collection, of this series, was to have a keep calm quote. So of course I created a keep calm and drink your coffee, as well as a keep calm and drink your matcha quote with a little latte drawn very simply, in a very simple manner here, right here at the bottom. And then I went on and wanted to do a bit more creative calligraphy, a bit more flourishing calligraphy, so to speak. And I did have a specific quote in mind. I'm not sure, I'm definitely sure that I saw this somewhere on a mug or something, but yeah, now it is also part of this poster series. It's coffee and matcha because murder is illegal. This one in particular, I have to say, is really fun because I was using more flourishing calligraphy, somewhat of a copperplate style, but I wouldn't say it's too strict here what I was using. And I was trying to get some blending of two green and two brown shades, which is very subtle, and I really like that about it. So it's not like in your face blending and shadows and whatever. It's just a bit of a hint of visual interest here, and that's what I wanted for this, especially because I already used a quite fancy font for coffee and matcha, so I didn't want to exaggerate here and have everything else, yeah, a bit more chill. And that's why we have this coffee and matcha because murder is illegal posters. And then we have one last thing that I created, which was this It's Coffee O'Clock and It's Matcha O'Clock poster. I have to say, initially I wanted to have, for every single hour, I wanted to have a matcha and a coffee, but I did run out of space and I don't really know how I would be able to squeeze them in here. However, the whole clock, for example, is green and the whole clock, for example, is brown, which for me means it's always coffee o'clock. I didn't add any clock hands here, which also indicates like you don't know what time it is, but if you read carefully, you know it's either coffee or matcha o'clock. So it's always matcha o'clock and it's always coffee o'clock. And if someone disagrees, then let's talk about it in the comments. One thing I would like to say right now is, because some might be a bit bedazzled or so, because I always have this A4 paper and I always did two. It has a reason, and it's because most things, like for example this quote, or also those drawings, like these posters, I wouldn't have wanted them to be a whole A4 size, if that makes sense. It's because it would be so big and it would be so extremely detailed, or I would try to at least, that I was like, I'm not sure if I can even do that, and I wouldn't want that. I really wanted them to be the way that I think oil pastels work, which means if you use this blending technique and if you use multiple colors and stuff, then you create this almost expressionist version of a drawing, and I wouldn't want a bigger canvas than this, if that makes sense. And I will cut them out and maybe frame them, because if you cut an A4 in half, you have A5, right? So I will try to find frames that will fit A5 paper, and then I am about to frame every one of these, because I'm so in love with everything that I've created. I'm so happy about how they turned out. I'm not entirely sure where I'm gonna put them, but I think I will definitely put some in my kitchen. I will definitely put some in my coffee corner, and yeah, I'm already so excited to hang them, and I'm also very excited to provide them to you, because there is one thing that is still left to do, which is to provide them to you guys, since this is a product project, right? So for those who are wondering, what I'm about to do is I'm about to digitize them. I will take a photo and I will use this very high quality photo to create potential prints out of that, which means you could then download the images and can print them yourself in the size that you want. I will try to create as high quality photos as possible, such that an A4 version of these would also work. I will try them out, and on my other socials, so on Instagram and on TikTok, I might even post something about printing out this in A4. By the time you're watching this, I will have already launched this poster series. I'm so happy about how it turned out, and I'm so looking forward to your reactions on it. If you have anything that you would like to tell me, if you have anything that you would like to discuss with me about the series, or if something's missing for you, or if you would like to see something still, then please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. By the time you're watching this, I've already launched the poster series and it is available on my Etsy shop. The link to the Etsy shop is in the description below. I would love to hear from you if you are interested in this poster series, if you would hang any of these prints yourself, and don't hesitate to click the link. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. I thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more of me, of my bullet journaling, art and calligraphy content, then please subscribe. And with that, I want to wish you all the best, and we will see each other in my next video. Bye!